When we purchased Holly Hedges here in Natchez, Mississippi, this space in our home was called unfinished space, and it was a mess. I can show y'all what it looked like. 7-foot dropped ceilings, bowed floor, just used as storage, basically. I said, that's about 1,500 square feet or so. That's too much to waste. So we started looking around, and we're like, there are 2 fireplaces up here. It might be unfinished space lately, but it wasn't unfinished space always. You don't need fireplaces for unfinished space. And the fireplace surround dates back to the time of the McMurrans, the 1830s. So in my mind, I believe that some of the house servants, they were enslaved, but they would have used the word servants at that time, maybe Mamie, and maybe the butler, Marcellus, who we know lived later at Melrose. I don't yet know if he lived here. Some people that would be closest to the family might have lived up here. Why else are there fireplaces? The McMurrans only had 2 kids living at any one time. And the house is big enough. They didn't need children up here. The type of stairs that we have are very steep and were not made for showing off. They definitely would look like a servant's stairway. That's what I believe, and that's why the wall of the names of the enslaved at Holly Hedges is up here. I think they would have lived here. When you take the tour of Melrose, which is where the McMurrans moved after here, they lived here 16 years, Melrose 17 years. That was their dream home, and that's now owned by the National Park Service because it is such a fabulous place. And because it has almost all original McMurran furniture because they broke after the war and had to walk off and leave everything. Last time I took a tour of Melrose, they mentioned that Marcellus, the head butler, and some others may have lived in the basement. I don't want to misquote them, but there was some talk about the basement. So then I started thinking, well, they lived here first. Have you ever lived in a first floor apartment or a second floor apartment? This is just in my mind. But I'm thinking perhaps 1, 2, 3 of the enslaved lived upstairs while they were in this home. And maybe they thought, man, it's noisy having somebody live above you. And when they built their dream home of Melrose, they built a basement. In the past, I lived on a first floor apartment. And after that, I said, never again. I always want to be on the second floor. I don't know if I'll ever be able to prove it. What else would it have been? So what better place to put the names of those that we are trying to honor and trying to remember than up here, where I think some of them lived. If sharing the stories of the enslaved means something to you, repost them, share them, comment on them. Please do that on this video and any of the other videos you find in my playlist about Natchez and the history of the enslaved of Holly Hedges.